I am live, Anga. This topic is very interesting because it covers the entirety of the qualitative research structures. Writing a qualitative study is a storytelling. One of the several rhetorical issues is how to arrange the story. One way is through order. The present event or remarkable event is the starting point, followed by exploring the past, an immediate event of the subject. Aside from chronological approach is the panning, that is zooming in and out of the case or the phenomenon. The panning focus the or specific features, then zoom in, then zoom out, zoom in again and out again. Another is to capture the representative or the typical day of the subject studied. Simply, it is the reflection of the interpretations of the data gathered. There are 7 points to ponder. When you are writing, you have to look at these 7 questions. Should I write about what people say or recognize that sometimes they cannot remember or choose not to remember? What are my political reflexivities that need to come into my report? And has my writing connected the voices and stories of individual back to the set of historic situations in which they are situated? How far should I go in theorizing the words of participants? Have I considered how my words could be used for progressive, conservative, and repressive social policies? Have I backed into the passive voice and decoupled my responsibility from my interpretation? Or to what extent has my analysis and writing offered an alternative to common sense or the dominant discourse? Best qualitative research writers usually respond or align the writings to a specific audiences. If it is for politics, for example, it must stand political views and political perspectives. Making quotations are of different style. First is the short quotations, which comes from utterances and significant statement of the subject. Say, for example, how do you describe HIV? It's a sickness, but in my mind, I don't think that I get it. Because if you think about having HIV, it comes down more on you. It's more like a mind game. To try and stay alive is that you don't even think about it. It's not in the mind. This is an example of the question of how do you describe having an HIV? Eye-catching quotation can give an emergent theme of the magic of not thinking. The second way is briefly quoted phrases. Briefly quoted phrases are specific, comes from the utterances of the subjects. The third one is the longer quotations, are the utterances from statements or significant statements of the participants that can be quoted. And how to write narrative research? That is the first question. Actually, there is no possible single structure that will stand on the writing of narrative research according to Clandin in 2000. But according to John Creswell, there are 2 possible structures. You have to zoom in or focus on the immediate events or focus on what are the previous events. That is chronological event. When I say classical event, that is writing or narrating that is backed up with theory. This is an example of progressive, then regressive method. And this is the overall embedded rhetorical issue of a narrative inquiry. But in particular, what is the structure in narrative research? The first is it needs not to silence some of the voices. So that means the silent voices must come out. And we have to use spatial elements. So to have a spatial element, visualize what happened, emphasize the epiphany, the key event of what happened is a major event. It could be a representative of the event. It could be a minor event of the life of the subject, or it could be an episode or a relived episode. So these are an epiphany. And after looking at this event, we have to investigate. So how to themes major and minor events of narratology? It comes from the emergent form, from preliminary knowledge. So it is from the researcher. It reviews from the entire life of the subject. And we have to look on the common threads or elements across participants. If you are, that is narratology. Now, how about phenomenology? So the phenomenology is based on Mustaka's 1994, that we have the figure of tables or of for essence. We have the discussion about philosophy, and we have the creative closing. That means in chapter 1 starts with the introduction of the topic and outline. Topics include an autobiographical statement. What are those lived experiences? And what are the experiences also of the author leading to the topic, the incidents that lead to a puzzlement or that drives the curiosity about the topic? What are the social implications and relevance of the topic to the researcher? Or what is the new knowledge and what is the contribution to the profession to emerge from studying the topic? Some of the points here must be seen in the chapter 2. It talks about the review of the relevant literature. Chapter 3, you have your conceptual framework of the model. Chapter 5, which is a presentation of data. Lastly is the chapter 6, which is about the summary, implications, and outcomes. You have to identify significant statements or the utterances, and out of that, you have to create meaning units. And out of the meaning units, these are connected and related to each other. We have to use circles and diagrams and arrows, pointing units and its relationship. And after that, we can create a bigger unit, and that is called cluster themes. At the same time, out of these emergent themes, you can create a bigger theme. Okay, that is our core theme. And that is about phenomenological study. What is a grounded structure of grounded theory? So according to grounded theory, it's from May. The findings are the theory. This diagram, this is the cycle in analysis of the grounded theory. And out of that, you can develop a substantive low-level theory. Patterns or themes. What is the pattern? And we have to write a description of the culture. What is going on in here? You have to compare a case from a known case to an unknown case, or from different cases or an existing case. You have to use devices to make a spatial. You have to use figure of speech like metaphors. It provides visual and spatial images. Synecdoche, that is to present examples, illustration, cases. That is ethnography. So when you have a case study structure, similarly with the narrative, there is no single standard structure for case study, because some of these may generate theories that can be used for grounded theory, and some are just description of the cases.